Good morning, Mr. Munch. Welcome to the agency. Yeah, well, I appreciate your time. Thanks. So let's have a look at what we've got then. I'm not gonna lie, the CV is not very impressive, is it? You were only in your last job for 3 months. Can you explain what happened? If I'm honest, I don't really want to talk about it. It's just if you can find anything, anything sort of football related would be great. Let's have a look. Hang on. Are you the chap at Wolves? No, that's not me. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I was laughing about you with my mates in the pub the other day. Oh, all right, Ollie. You right, Ollie? Friend. Well, there's nothing in the Premier League. There's no one there that's going to take you because I don't really want to risk my reputation. There is one job available which might be of interest. Okay. That's right, everyone. I'm back, but not quite at the same level. Bristol City have taken me on. Thank you, guys. What this means for the beta, I don't really know, is the honest answer. I suppose we kind of keep going to see just how well we can get on, and there might be a bit of overlap between this and the Billericay save. Either way, I want to use now the rest of the time to try and maybe get a bit more used to FM22 and the tactics, and also just trying to make me not look like a complete idiot like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, Ollie, that's really, really unfair. Mikero Gunnar Solskjaer. I like it. So, why have the Robins taken me on? Because they're not very good. So what do we know about Bristol City? Quite a lot. They're a very well-known team within the British Isles. Nicknamed the Robins, year founded 1894, very good indeed. Professional football club, as we know. I've got Phil Bardsley, that's exciting. Local derbies against Bristol Rovers and Cardiff, for whatever reason. Probably because Cardiff isn't too far from Bristol, I'd hazard a guess. Ashton Gate is the home venue, just under 27,000 capacity. Stadium conditions very good. I'm feeling pretty okay about it. We've already had one game, and it was against high-flying Bournemouth. It was away from home. How do you think we did? Actually, not too bad. We got a 0-0 draw, and you can tell things have been a little bit better since they sacked their previous manager, who I shouldn't really know what his name is. Oh my god, it was Nigel Pearson. I better watch my back, honestly. Well, now I'm a little bit worried, because if Nigel Pearson can get a tune out of these players, I don't know how the hell I'm meant to. And speaking of the players, I've mixed around like the formations. I played a 4-3-3 counter against Bournemouth, which seemed to do really, really well. And now I've gone back to a kind of 4-2-3-1. Control possession when we're going to be at home against teams that are a little less than us. I'm going to try and be a little bit more pragmatic in my approach, to be a little bit more defensive at home, favour clean sheets, because that's what we need in a relegation battle. Keep the clean sheets coming, and then what we'll do is that when we're playing against lesser opposition at home, we'll try and dominate them a little bit more and win it from there. We are 19th in the league. We're 7 points off of relegation. Millwall occupy that 22nd spot at the moment, are 7 points off of us. Peterborough, who we're playing today, aren't too far away behind them. But you can see how kind of cramped it is. One win from us could potentially take us as high as 15th. So there's a lot of positivity to do. I'm only expected to avoid relegation since taking the job. So I feel like I can do that. The players are here to do that. Our running isn't awful. We've got Peterborough, Stoke, Sheffield United, Derby, Hull and Huddersfield. So the Derby game is going to be big. Stoke will be quite big. Peterborough will be quite big. Maybe Hull as well. The only ones that really stand out that I'm going to struggle with are going to be Sheffield United, probably Huddersfield, maybe Hull as well. But we'll see how we go. So Peterborough sit 23rd. Like I said, we're our 19th. This is a big, big game in the context of the, well, just of the league, to be fair. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have a quick run for you through the squad. I'm sure, obviously, if any of you are familiar with Bristol City, you'll know the majority of these players. There's some that we all know. David Bentley is our goalkeeper, and he's a very, very good goalkeeper for this level. Still only 28, so can potentially get even better as a goalkeeper. Jay De Silva's another outstanding talent that we've got, 23 years old. Very, very good for this level. A little bit like Rico Henry from Brentford. Very, very solid. Then you've got two decent players, but I think someone that is going to need improvement in the centre-backs in terms of Rob Atkinson, who actually looks very good. They've got a very young team, Bristol City, which suits me down to the ground. Thomas Cass is a little bit more experienced, obviously former Chelsea player, very, very good footballer as well. Played 138 games for Bristol City, which is exciting. And then you've got Zach Viner, who also looks like a real talent here on the right-hand side. Not really much of a wing-back, more of a full-back on support, but we'll see how I can get on with him, but he looks like he could be potentially quite good. Midfield is where we really do excel, to be fair, and I've got a lot of very good players. Joe Williams looks like he could be very good. He's a very good ball-winning midfielder. My one sort of complaint is that we don't have any sort of real outstanding attacking midfielders, maybe apart from Alex Scott. Tyreek Backinson, I'm going to say Backinson, looked great. He wanted to leave. I triggered an extension, so I've already pissed him off. Callum O'Dowd is a very decent footballer as well. You can tell here, good, quite pacey down that wing. Decent crossing, dribbling, but could do a little bit better there. Then you've got Andreas Weimann, a player that most of you will be familiar with. Old ex-Villa legend. Has been around a little bit as well. Been to Derby, been to Wolves, Watford in his career, but made most of his name at Aston Villa. Still pretty decent, ticking over at 30 years old. And then you've got Alex Scott, who I have to say is probably one of my sort of favourite players. 18 years old, contractor, could be absolutely stupendous. He looks so good. And then up front, this is probably where we are struggling the most. You can tell by the lack of goals that have been scored in the team in general, and that is up front with Antoine Semenyo. Seems to be my best bet. He's pretty decent, pretty quick. Not expecting much from him, if I'm honest. I've got other decent players. I've got Albert Adoma, I've got Matty James, I've got Phil Bardsley, I've got Henry Servette, if anyone remembers him from Newcastle. I've got Nathan Baker, Danny Simpson, Andy King. There's a lot of players here that will be old, like kind of lesser known Premier League names. Another player I'm really excited about using is Han Noah Masengo, who's very, very good. Sounds like a Dragon Ball Z attack, which is absolutely fine. He got sent off in my first game, but did very well, to be fair to him. And then obviously you've got Naki Wells, who at 31 years old is still pretty decent, will get me goals, but I'm looking to obviously build forward with my team. I'm looking for a kind of like younger generation. A lot of these players may well not be here next year. So like I said, we are playing a kind of control possession tactic, but that's specifically for this Peterborough game and other teams that aren't particularly as good as us down at the bottom of the league. De Silva's carrying a knock, which I'm a little bit worried about. Having said that, I'm going to risk it because I need my best players available, especially for games like today. Today is like a must-win. If I don't win this, we are in trouble. We've already had the first... Oh, here we go. Don't do this. Grant whips it in. Kent doesn't win the header. And the ball falls out here to Ward as Peterborough do like the early pressing. We've had the first shot of the game, though. That's something. Commentary. Back to Purrington, which is a great name. Kent, tonight. We look in a decent shape, to be fair. I'm liking the shape of the boys here. That's good tackle there by Atkinson. Scott, that's the ball. Semenyo, is he going to get there? No, that's a great bit of play by the goal. I thought it was one of those ones where Semenyo was going to get there before the goalkeeper. Share. Hits it forward. Clark Harris nods it on. Smodix. That's an effort. I wouldn't want that to be the start to my Brentford career, as people slapping worldies in the top bins, please. Williams, corner, whips it in. And that looks like a foul. I was going to say Knight was all over him there. He was absolutely all over Josh Viner. Poor Paul. Andy Weimann to score my first goal as Bristol City manager. Of course, it was always going to be Andy. Good tuck away, 1-0. It was definitely a penalty. He was all over him. It was bear hugging. It wasn't good. Good tackle there by Andy Weimann, who's having a very good start to the game here as Viner dribbles down the right-hand side, tries to play a ball in around the back. Semenyo's in. Semenyo. Oh, he went for the near post instead of the far, and he's hit it just wide. Enjoying this at the moment. We look very, very positive. Alex Scott's not having his best game, but he will get better. He's going to be a little bit inconsistent just due to his age. He's only 18. He is going to be either brilliant or not very good. For the most part, we've coped pretty well. I said to the boys, things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. I never like saying that, so I don't know why I said it. I listened to my assistant, and I'm an idiot for doing that. I'm not going to take off anyone else yet. De Silva might come off in the second half just because he's a little bit tired. But I've got Pring on the bench and he's a pretty decent replacement. Getting towards the hour mark and things are quite quiet. I'm going to take off De Silva and I'm going to bring on Cameron Ping. He's a good footballer. Probably not as good as... Well, no one's as good as De Silva in my team. He's arguably my best player. O'Dowd has run himself into the ground. On comes Adoma as well. I feel a little bit nervy, shall we say, because we haven't got that second goal and we flicked it on there. Good header back. David Bentley picks it up nicely. Well done, boys. Bentley throws it quickly out to Pring. Let's see your first time on camera, mate. Show me what you got. Good run here by Pring. I like this. Pring, keep going, mate. He's run into a bit of a cul-de-sac, but finds Scott with a lovely bit of play by him. Plays it back to Atkinson. I'm enjoying the two centre-backs at the moment. They move forward the ball. Atkinson's really impressed me. Williams back to Callas, back to Williams. Good ball around the corner there to Scott. Go on, Scott. Square it, mate. Scott, he does. Whips it in. Bang! There's Semenyo. It's 2-0. That's the quality that Alex Scott possesses. She's a brilliant commentator. And he's not bad either. Expect many Alex Scott references during this rest of the series. Great balling by Scott. Semenyo is in the right place at the right time. It's 2-0. Well done, boys. That's what I want to see. That is what we all want to see. Well done. I can praise the boys now. They've had a very, very good game today. I've been very impressed. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Viner. On comes Phil Bardsley, experienced campaigner. See this game out, Phil. See it out. There were a little few moments of worry, but for the most part, I think that we've kind of got the right result. Well, we always got the right result. We've won. But 4 minutes of added on time are up, and it is a very, very nice home debut for me as a manager. I think we're going to be okay. We rise up to 16th in the table, and most importantly, that puts us 10 points ahead of Millwall, who currently occupy that 22nd spot with 5 games to go. It would have to be an implosion of significant proportions if we were to not go up. Not go up, as in not stay up. Really, really happy with that. Very, very content. And like I said, next up I've got Stoke away, but I'll do that one off of camera. And hopefully what I'm going to do is finish off this season and see kind of like where we're at and then what we're going to do going forward. I'm actually personally, you know what I'm like, Championship is around about my level, just reinforcing the Mikero Gunnar Solskjaer references. But I do believe that I am pretty decent at lower league, but whenever I get to the Premier League, I get a bit found out, and I don't know why. It's something that needs to change. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to come back for the last 2 games of the season. We're against Hull at home and Huddersfield away. If there's nothing to play for, I might just do the Huddersfield away game. We will see, but what I want to do is I want to get used to this Bristol City team. There's a lot of players in here that I'm already kind of thinking, you know what, I'll keep you. And we've not got a massive budget, so I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to gradually build this a little bit over time. I'm not going to overhaul the squad. So we will come back for the final day of the season, potentially the whole game before, depending on what the situation is. But all I can say is thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you for the support after my sacking. It's just gutting, but that's made me even more determined to be good at FM this year. If I wasn't already, I certainly am now. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe if you're excited about our future with the Robins in this beta save. And until I see you for the end of Season 1, take care of yourselves everybody and stay